Hi everyone, it's Desiree here, and I am going to show you this evening how to do an acrylic pour in a spoon bowl. I have been playing around a little bit this evening, and these are some of the ones I've been working on. This one was supposed to be a flower, but it did not turn out as a flower, but I kind of like the way that it did turn out. It's different, but I like different. This one's made in a gumbo bowl spoon, or yeah, gumbo spoon bowl. There we go. This one is the technique I'm going to be showing you tonight, and not in this color. I'm going to do a different color, but I kind of thought this one looked like a bouquet of flowers or something. I'm not sure. And then this one over here, sorry, I keep turning. All the little blobs are actually going to be skins. And eventually I'll let them dry and then peel them up. These are silicone mat. You can peel them up and then you can stick them in a spoon bowl, glue them down and resin over the top of them. Let me slide this way a little bit. So this one over here is what I'm going to be showing you in these colors anyways. I kind of thought it looked like the ocean, so I'm kind of stuck on the ocean right now. I'm really missing it and wanting to go. Okay, so what I'm going to be using this evening, the colors, I have got, this is Arteza Prussian Blue, and then I have Arteza Pearl White, I am using this Folk Art Patina. That gives me the turquoise color. And then the cell activator I'm using is Cell Magic Silicone. And I am using Let's Resin, UV resin. That's what I prepped the bowl with. And then a couple of little tools that I'll show you as I go. I think that's everything. So let's get started. Okay, now I'm gonna move this back over this way. So I'm just gonna do a half and half almost in the spoon bowl. These are little bottles that I got off Amazon, by the way. I really like them. And my paints, I don't have the consistency down yet. I'm still working on that. But what I have mixed up are, is probably 1 part paint to the 2 to 3 parts of the Floetrol mix that I make, which is about half and half Floetrol and water. And I mix it in one of these bottles. This needs to be shaken, but I mix it in one of these bottles also I got off Amazon, and I just kind of keep it handy for when I want to mix up paints. These little bottles of paint, this lasts forever, because when you're doing it this small of an area, it doesn't take that much paint. So, but I really like these bottles because when you're trying to pour a specific design, the needle nose on the top of these works great. And you have a lot of control over them. They're, I can't remember the name, writing bottles or something along those lines. But anyways, so you don't want to put a lot in the bottom. You don't want it to overflow because we're going to be adding a lot of paint. This is the Prussian blue that I have mixed up. So these two react really well together, these two colors. It's really kind of a neat thing. You can kind of see it take off there. I like watching those react. And then I'm just going to drag some of this up into here just to kind of give it a little bit of dark up in there. And I'm going to add some drops of white. And this is just random. I don't really have a pattern, so to speak, that I'm doing. Just kind of wherever it leads me. And then maybe I'll do a couple drops of the green down in here. And a little bit more Prussian blue up in there. Okay, I just got paint on me. All right, so this is a paper towel that I just tore, and I dampened it with a spray bottle and water. You don't want it soaked, you just want it damp. so I'm going to turn this to the side so I have a better reach on it. We're just going to lay this over the top. I've got to try to watch so I don't get into my other pendants here. Oh, whoop, don't do that. It's starting to dry, so there. Okay. I'm just going to lay this over the top. Oh, no. I guess I messed up that skin. That's okay. All right, and then this is just a little silicone spatula thing. And I'm just going to start in the middle and work my way out. And I'm just kind of tamping it down to make sure that the napkin gets saturated with the paint. So we're going to lift up on this here in a second. Okay, so I'm going to fold my corners in. This kind of happens pretty quick. My corners in. And pick up. Wipe off my hands. All right, now let's turn it back around. And that's pretty much it. Let me kind of zoom in a little bit here if I can, so you can see how that's reacting. I hope. Hope it doesn't go out of focus. But you can see how that swirls the colors together and you just get random patterns. I don't know. I like the randomness of it. Some people don't. Some people want more uniform. I thought I'd bring this in and show you the difference. I did this one very similar, but you can see how different it is. Both of these are done in teaspoons. So, and now I'll let these cure for probably at least 24 hours. It's not a real thick coat of paint because I filled the resin almost all the way to the top, so it's just a really thin layer. So sometimes it'll cure in 12, but I don't like to push it too much because you want to make sure that it's dry. Otherwise, when you put the resin over the top, either it's going to bleed when you're trying to put the resin on, or it could bubble up underneath. So you want to make sure that it's good and dry. So these are a couple that I finished the other night. This one I really love because I love butterflies, but and then there was this one I did. Some of you have already seen these because I shared them before, but these were just the ones. Now this one I did with a skin. So this is a little demi spoon, and that was just one of the spills that I had off to the side, and I cut it out and fit it into the spoon bowl and then resined over the top of it. So I didn't actually have to glue this one because I had laid the resin down in there, or I'm sorry, the skin down on top of the resin and left it overnight because I got sidetracked and had to go somewhere. So it was stuck to the resin already. So I didn't have to glue this one, and it seemed to work pretty well. But anyways, that's pretty much it. So if you have any questions, as always, leave comments and ask me. Thanks so much.